Brayden, I want you to name off all your honorable mentions, and I'll name off mine.
For honorable mentions that did not make my list, I have. There's one I erased. Oh, I'm gonna give it to Happy Gilmore, dude. Freaking my favorite Adam Sandler movie. It's so funny. I love it so much. It deserved. There's definitely deserved a
That's
spot.
on my honorable mentions as well. It actually really makes me mad that it didn't go up there. Like,
Yeah.
I was really, but I'm trying to make it diverse as well. Like, this would probably all be Adam Sandler movies if I could. But Happy Gilmore is one of the most nostalgic movies of all time for me. I mean, just him, we talked about this, him putting on the boots, you know what I mean, in the beginning. Because did we do our top 10 Adam Sandler? We did our top 10 Adam Sandler movies, right?
Yes, sir.
So we talked about this, man. It's so freaking good. Him putting on the boots. I want to kiss you all over and over again. So good. I mean, so good. Yeah. Love that stuff, man. And when Chubbs loses his hand and he falls off and dies, and
Terrible.
it's some good stuff, dude. It's hilarious. And even freaking Ben Stiller, bro.
I was about to say Ben Stiller.
Shut up, Grandma. Oh, it's so good, dude. So
movie.
good. So good. And then when they're driving up to the nursing home for the first time, and the lady has like, they hit the old lady. She's on the hood. He like dumps fries on her. You know what I mean?
Get off the windshield, Grandma. Yeah.
So good. Oh man, that's a great film. I'll let you keep going though. I'm gonna intersect whenever I have some of
Dude, totally.
on mine. So good.
No, I freaking love, dude. And I would put more Adam Sandler movies, but like you said, some more diversity. I don't know if you ever seen it. A movie called Norbit, dude. I freaking love Norbit.
Norbit's Eddie Murphy, right?
Eddie Murphy,
and it's like the two orphan kids.
Yes.
That's great.
I freaking love Norbit.
So
dude.
funny, dude.
I love Norbit.
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite, bro.
It's a good one.
One of my freaking favorites, dude. It is so iconic. Oh, dude. You got tater tots. Got tater tots, dude. Dude, I freaking love. I love his energy.
The best part of the movie is when the old man's like, "That's gentlemen." He starts talking. You can't understand a word he's saying, dude. Like, it's so good. It's so funny.
Pedro running for president.
Yeah.
Yo, that's my favorite, bro. Dude, it's just very iconic.
It's very nostalgic too, dude. I watched that as a kid, and every time it is just, oh my god, such a good film. I need to watch. I haven't seen it in years, bro. I need to watch it. It's been a long time. Well, I got another one I got to put on my list.
I got you with the other guys. I didn't put that on my list. I thought it was going to make it on my list. It didn't. Such a good freaking movie.
Aim for the bushes. Yo, we were talking about this, bro, multiple times today. And our buddy Cassie brought this up. When he says that, and you see them jumping down, there's not a bush in sight.
Just a sidewalk. Just the streets. The busy streets.
Just cement. That's all it is. Just cement. Oh, dude. And just the way they land on the ground, like just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They land so elegantly.
And then just because they're some of my favorites growing up, Austin Powers. I love me some Austin Powers, dude. Hilarious.
Mike Myers, bro. Had the chance to meet that man, sweetest guy in the world.
Lucky bastard.
Such a good man.
You lucky little bastard.
Such a good guy. Such a good guy.
Let's hear your honorable mentions, buddy.
You want
I do. I think I do.
Yeah, just a couple, man. This is one that just came to me. 21 Jump Street.
I thought about that one too.
Yeah. I like the first one better than the second one. I think 22 Jump Street's hilarious.
Sleeps with the chief's wife.
Yeah, that's the second one, right?
Oh shit! Oh.
Yo, do you guys know each other? Yeah, no, it's so good, bro. And then was 22? My name's Jeff. Was that 21?
My name's Jeff. I think
21.
I think Jeff was 21, and then the sleeping one was 22.
Yeah, that was definitely the 22. So funny, dude. I mean, it sucks we're not gonna get another one because at the end of 22, remember they do like all the way to like 30 and 50 Jump Street or whatever. Remember, and they do like the multiple things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was one of the best end credit scenes of all time, where they just go through the different like missions and stuff. Hilarious, bro. These movies are great though. Oh, dude, Channing, which is weird.
Yeah,
Channing Tatum,
Jonah Hill. Need to see him more.
Jonah Hill. I mean, you know what I mean? And I see why they did it. They're like polar opposites, but it's great.
Yeah.
It's such a well done movie. I die laughing every time, and seeing Johnny Depp come back and reprise his role is great. I'm gonna go with both Ace Venturas.
Good shout.
Yeah, both of them. The one I prefer most is probably the one where he goes on. He goes to Does he go? Where does he go? He goes. Is it Africa? He goes to. Remember the one?
I'm bad, dude. I haven't really watched Ace Ventura like
Oh, you
that.
have it. Okay,
I've
okay.
seen,
So
one of them.
yeah, so you have the one with the dolphin one, the dolphins, Ray
I've seen that
Finkel and all
one.
that. Then you have the one that I love probably the most, which is the one where he goes on a safari, goes out to like Africa or something, dude.
Yeah.
And it's where he climbs out of the rhino butt. You know
Dude,
that,
I
right?
know. I've never seen it.
You've never seen it?
No.
Bro, dude, that is one of the funniest scenes of all time. When I watch it now, I don't laugh as much, but when I was little and I was watching that for the first time, bro, you will die. Like, you can't breathe type of laughing. You need to watch. I need to watch it with you, dude. You'll love it. Yeah,
I need to get to them.
It's so good. It's Nature Calls. That's what it's called. Ace Ventura Nature Calls. Watch
there
it,
you
dude.
go.
It's so funny. Great. Yeah. Guano. It's so good, dude.
He is
bro.
one of the best. He's probably the best comedian actor of all time.
Yes. Yeah, that's not the last time you're going to hear about Mr. Jim Carrey. Yes, sir. Yeah, no, hilarious, man. And then Tommy Boy.
I've seen it.
What?
Yeah,
Chris Farley and David Spade.
Oh, I know the movie. I've never seen it.
There's
though.
2 movies though. There's Black Sheep, and then there's Tommy Boy.
Okay.
Actually, I'll put Black Sheep on here too. Love Black Sheep. Yeah, Gary Busey is in Black Sheep. Hilarious, dude. Hilarious, dude. So funny. He's like an ex-army guy, military dude. He's crazy, bro. He's so great. Yeah, I can't believe you haven't seen. We need to watch those too, bro. Tommy Boy is so iconic. It's actually a very sad movie. Very nostalgic to me. I haven't seen it in like over 5 years. I need to get back to it, dude.
Tommy Boy?
Tommy Boy.
Okay.
But I haven't seen both in a long time. But all these movies that I just kind of mentioned, other than 21 Jump Street, the older comedies, are all movies that my dad would put on just to watch. And I remember sitting there watching it with him, which is why they're so nostalgic. You know what I mean? He just put them on, and we would all watch them together. And Tommy Boy was one that he put on all the time. And
no, totally.
You need to watch it. Dude, you would love these movies so much, man. And then I believe Tommy Boy is where he rolls down the hill. One of the most iconic Chris Farley scenes. I
love Chris Farley.
Of all. You need to watch both these films, dude. Tommy Boy's a better movie. You need to watch it. No, that's Black Sheep. Black Sheep is when he rolls down the hill, dude. And he lands on the house, bro. Yo, no, that's a boulder. Oh, my God. It's such a good film. You need to watch it. Great movies. And then I got Superbad. I thought Superbad was going to be in my top 5, but it just didn't go in there. I had Superbad written down, man, and it didn't make the cut. I love Superbad though, dude. Michael Cera, Jonah Hill, so funny. We'll have you dying. Just so. Why would you pick Muhammad? Muhammad's the most common name in the world, dumbass. Like, it's so funny, dude. I love Superbad.
Call me McLovin.
So good.
I'm not gonna lie, that one might have ended up on my list.
Very iconic comedy. One of the most iconic comedies of all time. The most iconic driver's license of all time. Yep. ID it's so good, dude. It's just an absolute classic.
In my opinion, it's probably the best high school movie ever made.
No, it's not. I got one that's in my top 5, dog.
Oh shit. Okay.
Which is what I switched it with because they're both very similar films.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah. Brayden, you started out with your number 5, buddy, and we'll go from there.
Well, I was honestly gonna say it's gonna be perfect because Superbad is my number 5 of a personal ranking. I was trying to come up with all these, freaking funny movies, and there's another one I didn't mention that I love. You ever seen Kangaroo Jack? It was on Netflix for a while.
He has like the glasses on. The poster has the glasses on. I've never seen it. I've never seen it, but I've always seen the poster growing up.
It's a terrible comedy, but it's such a good one, dude. It's like one of my favorites of all time. But I put Superbad at number 5, not only because is it one, nostalgic, 2, is it reigns supreme on a lot of people's lists, but Superbad for me was it's the start of like you said, Michael Cera, Jonah Hill. I can't think of McLovin's real name. But even him, he is a very popular actor as well, and that kind of all started their career. And it's funny because I was watching like some interviews on it, and what's his face? Seth Rogen's in it, and he wrote it. He's a producer
he's
in
the
it.
cop. He's the cop.
And he didn't think Jonah Hill was gonna fit good as because he wrote Jonah Hill's character for himself. Even though Jonah's a year younger than him, Jonah just has the look that's way younger than Seth. And so that video on YouTube of him in like the trailer room was in Seth Rogen's trailer room, and that was his audition, and he just nailed it. And it's like, I love their freaking comedy. I don't know if this is on your list, but there's another movie that's a high school movie, Project X. That movie, I feel like, is a lot like this movie with the humor, except I feel like it's more driven with humor in this movie. That's the only reason it made my top 5. But, like you said, McLovin, The Driver's License, one of the most iconic movie items ever. And like I said, man, it was just the birth of these awesome comedic actors, and I feel like a big staple in what comedy should be, very much so. Like, just that very raw reaction of like, that's how we are. We're like, yo, who the fuck are you, dude? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you know what I mean? It's not.
It's high schoolers. It's what high schoolers are like, dude.
Exactly. So I just feel like they played it perfect, bro.
Perfect. Yeah, and it is raunchy, but high schoolers are raunchy, dude. They don't care. Sir. They don't care, which is why high school comedies are my favorite. Dude, we probably do like our top 5 high school comedy movies, and we'd still have more.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So good. No, I do. I freaking love Superbad. What did you switch it out with? Because didn't you say that there's something else in 5th place?
Dude, and that's what it's so funny because you were asking me to do the honorable mentions, and that's why my brain was stalling so much because I can't think of it. I can't think of what I had there, bro. Like, I had something there, and it's just gone. Yeah, I will. I'll think of it eventually, but right now...
Yeah.
Or no, it was Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore.
Yep.
Got you. I respect that. Yeah, great film, though. Great film. Good choice. Here's a movie that there's no way you've seen. No way. Okay. Because you're not cultured. That's why. Martin Lawrence and Steve Yeun, or whatever his name is, the guy that plays the dad in Diary of a Wimpy Kid. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
National Security is hilarious, bro. It's a story about a cop played by the Steven guy, the dad from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Yeah. And he does a traffic stop. It's so fun. I'm just gonna say this part is kind of a spoiler, but whatever. It sets up the whole movie.
Yeah, screw it.
And basically, he stops Martin Lawrence. Steven's white. Martin Lawrence is black. And so he stops Martin Lawrence, goes up to him, says, yo, what's going on? Talking to him or whatever. And then there's a bee by Martin Lawrence's face. It's like going around him. So Steven, the cop, he takes out the baton and starts whacking the bee. Someone starts recording it from their angle, and it looks like he's beating Martin Lawrence up. Police brutality. And Martin Lawrence does a makeup thing, just goes full send with it, takes him to court, sues him for money. Steven loses his job, and they eventually both get paired up in the police academy and have to do this big drug bust. It is one of the funniest cop buddy movies you will ever see in your life. It's hilarious. It's police brutality, so it's still relevant today.
Yeah.
So funny, dude. It is a hilarious movie. And Martin Lawrence is one of my favorite comedic actors of all time. There's so many Martin Lawrence movies that I wanted to put up here. You can go Black Knight. You can go Blue Streak. You can do the one with Danny DeVito. Can't remember it, but it's freaking hilarious. The Bad Boys movies. I love Martin Lawrence. I think he's hilarious, and he's one of my favorite comedians of all time. That's a good stand-up comedian. We were talking about stand-up comedians earlier. Yeah. Martin Lawrence is very underrated. Very, very underrated. But yeah, man, National Security, that needs to go on your list. Like, you need to write that down, bro. It's
I need to watch
good.
it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good
absolutely.
film.
I love Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, that's my number 5, brother.
Okay. No, dude, that's a shout. And I bet you there's a lot of national security fans in the comments
Oh
that are
yeah,
like,
they're
oh,
here.
yeah,
They're
okay.
here.
I'm going to make the tough decision and put at number 4, The Anchorman. Dude, this movie is freaking hilarious, bro.
Do you
I
prefer the
love Will
second one over
Ferrell.
the first one?
Um,
I should have said that might be on your list. My bad. I didn't mean to ask that.
no, there is only one.
Okay.
It's the one I can't think of which. It's the one with his name in it. The anchor of Ron Burgundy, or like the story of Ron
Yeah.
Burgundy or
Yeah.
whatever. I think that's the first one. I
Is
think.
it? I've never seen any of the Anchorman movies, which is crazy.
For me, the one I think I liked a lot was the one with Vince Vaughn in it. That one was really funny. At the end, they all up having a fucking an all out war amongst all the Anchorman teams. So like I'm pretty sure Ben Stiller's in it. Like you see all
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yes.
iconic different like Anchorman teams come, and it's just hilarious. But that movie's so funny. One, because of how well the cast leads it. Like you have Will Ferrell, Paul Rudd, Steve Carell. I always forget the other guy's name. His last name starts with a P. I don't want to get it wrong. Um, man,
I'll
I
look it
can't
up. You
think of
keep
his
going.
name.
I'll find him.
Yeah, I can't think of his name. He's in a lot of good comedies. I don't know why I can't. His name's just not popping up the top of my head. But just to watch these anchormen who, again, I'm a really raunchy comedy guy. Like I love them pushing the limits. I love them doing shit that shouldn't be allowed on TV. And in this movie, they push it. There's a lot of improvised moments from like Steve Carell and like Will Ferrell. They really let the producers and writers really let them let their acting chops go, and they're just off the charts, just so funny. And the story as well within the movies, I feel like is super cool. But you can never go wrong with a Will Ferrell movie, man.
Oh,
And I feel like for comedies, dude, I feel like he doesn't get enough light for the Anchorman. You know what I mean? It's just
dude, this
such
cast
a good
is
movie.
unreal.
Real, it's
I need to watch
unreal.
it, bro. Will
They're
Ferrell,
so
Christina
funny.
Applegate, Steve Carell, Paul Rudd, David Koechner, Jack Black, Seth Rogen, Vince Vaughn, Harrison Ford, Megan Good, Ben Stiller, Adam McKay, Drake, James Marsden, Tim Robbins, Fred Willard, Judd Apatow, Will
And
Smith,
Ron Burgundy, dude, is the
um,
best character ever.
John C. Riley,
John C.
Chris
Riley, that's the
Parnell,
other one I couldn't think of.
um, Liam Neeson,
I don't know his name
Christina
sounds
Wigg,
familiar.
Kristen Dunst, Dylan Baker, Luke Wilson, Danny Trio, Justin Long, Amy Poehler. Dude, this is unreal, man. That's
Yeah,
one of the biggest casts I've ever seen in my life. Like, that is unreal.
you need to watch it.
That's insane.
You need to watch it.
I'm getting to it. Don't worry. I'm going to get to it for sure.
But yeah, man, I don't have much else to say on it. It's just,
Beautiful
dude,
film.
you just read the script. I mean, the script, the cast, bro. Just go and watch it. Ron Burgundy is a so lovable, toxic news anchor who really does deserve the time of day, but struggles to get there responsibly. He's like Peter Griffin in this news story, and it's just freaking awesome.
I love that.
And the cast is literally, yeah, it's like watching like The Hangover, pretty much. You know what I mean? But like professional news anchors, and it's Will Ferrell. I
Yeah,
feel like this is one of his more, like I said, raunchy movies, and that's
I like that.
what I really love about it. Yeah,
I like that.
the freedom that they had for sure.
Yeah, like a good comedy. My next one is Project X. I love this film. This is what I had super
One of my
bad at,
favorite movies.
and then I thought Project X. You watched
I
it with
did
us
too.
for the first time, right? Was that you, or did you already see it at that time?
I'd already seen it.
Okay, so it was the other two then. Yeah, man, this film I was introduced to like 2.5 years ago, dude. And this was more of my older brother's generation because it came out when he was in high school, and everybody was trying to throw a Project X party. And this is a film that it's like a found footage party movie, and dude, it's just perfect. It's just perfect.
It's a really good movie.
There's no cons, like not one. It's raunchy,
No.
genuine humor, high
Yep.
school humor,
I love
relatable,
The Best Friend.
the best friend aspect of things. Like it's just a bunch of dudes with their friends.
Fuck you to the neighbor. He's like, fuck you, Steve. Fuck you.
So good, dude. When they're you did the Project X thing. You did this at one of your parties. Stand up on the roof, bro.
Yeah.
You know, flip off the helicopter, man. Jump off into the bounce house, bro. You have the pool. You have the skinny dipping going on, dude. You have the big gnome with all the ecstasy in it. Like it is, dude. It makes you want to go party.
It's
like no movie I've ever experienced. Like when you watch it, your brain is just.
I'm pretty sure it's on my top 10
hour.
movies of all time.
Yeah,
that's like my favorite found footage movie.
Yeah, phenomenal.
I think it's amazing.
Phenomenal. Just it's a beautiful film. Like it's funny, but there's so many genuine moments in it. You know what I mean? Like there's moments where it's like it did what the machine couldn't do and didn't do. It takes pauses when it needs to. And it lets you regain your. So it takes. There's pauses in it, but it's not like long 10-minute pauses of no comedy. Yeah. There's little sprinkle comedy in there, but there's pauses that give you time to think. That's what the machine didn't do.
And the thing why I love this found footage movie is because it is found footage, but like it feels like you're the camera guy. Like literally you're his perspective. Like whenever we take a break, it's like how I would at a party. Like when I get too much, I'm a little like, you know what I mean? I got to go take a step away and I'm like regain my consciousness. Or I'm always the one trying to be sneaky or trying to get with the girl. Like there's so many relatable moments and what ifs that we did when we were kids. Like what if we did this? And there's the path that we chose, but you get to everybody's path in this movie. You get the midget getting shoved in the freaking oven. Like, yo, dude, like I 1000% agree. That is a fire top 4.
Phenomenal. Yeah, Bray, let's hear your number 3. By the way, my number 3 I said in my honorable mentions. I guess I just didn't see it in my.
Oh, wow,
list.
Really?
Yeah, that's trippy. But go ahead.
Screw it. My top 3, because my number 1 and 2 are my 2 personal favorite comedies of all time. That's just me personally. But at number 3, I'm going to throw it to Ted, bro. I freaking love Talking Ted, dude. 1 and 2. I like 1 a little bit better. Flash. Dude. But like the premise of this film is literally every kid growing up. Every kid had this, especially with Toy Story enforcing it. We all had this idea that our toys could talk to us and that we could just be best friends with our toy. And bro, it doesn't only take that idea, it does it better. He's a freaking adult toy with his best friend, and they, instead of, eating little sandwiches and playing card games, they're doing cocaine and sleeping with hookers together. And just the comedy in this movie is beyond pushing the limit. It's so relatable between a bear and a human. They feel like best friends and brothers. He's like, oh, God, you got too much porn on your computer. You got to get this shit off your computer. Yeah. Or like my favorite scene is when he's like, okay, give us a place. 9/11. Starbucks. I heard Starbucks. Nobody said Starbucks. Nobody said Starbucks, buddy. You people are terrible. We're giving you the fucking tools. Just make us some fucking comedy.
Yeah.
That is good. It is Mark Wahlberg and Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
Do an astounding job. I loved Ted 2. It's not quite as good as the first one. Definitely, I would love a third one. I really like the franchise, and I think those two together are like. It sucks.
My favorite. Yeah, my favorite scene in the second one is when they go to they drive through the city and they see the Comic-Con guys, and it's like there's all the Star Wars dudes, and the one she mentions Star Trek, and they all turn on. They're like, "Oh, ignore her. Yeah, don't know what she's talking about.
She doesn't know what she's talking. Yeah, dude.
Let's go. Love it.
Yeah, but Ted's a solid 3 for me, baby.
And what I love about Ted is like the beginning is so great, like you said. It's a beautiful film. And then the ending, it's so climactic for no reason. When they're on the stadium or whatever, it's so climactic, bro. And I love it. It's a true third act. It's crazy.
Yeah. And you're like, no, Ted. He's like, oh, no, I'm just fucking with you. Yeah. He's like, oh, you little shit bear.
Yeah. That was great. Love that, man. And my third, we just kind of run through this pretty quick, is Happy Gilmore. I had it in my number 3. I guess it was because it was nostalgic. I think that's what it was. And I don't know why I didn't say it.
How many times Happy Gilmore is the movie that's popped up on the pod the most? We just love that movie, bro.
You think really?
Dude, like being mentioned?
Possibly.
Because I mentioned it, you mentioned it. We did the whole thing in the Adam Sandler movie, bro.
Happy Gilmore could be the number 1, man. Could be the number one.
Love me a good happy. Love me a good happy Gilmore.
Yeah. It's Gucci. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, we talked about this. You guys go check out the Adam Sandler movie ranking. We dive really deep into Happy Gilmore. We sat there for like 10 minutes talking about this movie. So if you guys want to go check that out, go to it. Go check it out. I'll try to find the link and leave it in the description down below. So get ready for that.
Adam Sandler review.
Yes, sir. Yeah, let's just go to the number 2, man. What's your number 2, Brady?
My number 2, and this one is a childhood classic for me, man. I remember when Bernie the Dolphin. Absolutely, I'm glad you got it. Dude, this movie, I don't live with my dad. I would go there every summer, and this movie I would wake up to every morning, besides Kangaroo Jack. This movie I would wake up to playing in the living room downstairs. And I would just remember smelling the dippy eggs or like the, over easy eggs and stuff. It's very nostalgic for me, and that's White Chicks, dude. I freaking love
How did I forget that? Oh my god.
I love this movie
so terrible.
much. Dude, and it's like it could never happen today. It'd get canceled because I thought about the one Ben Stiller movie with RDJ and where they're the
Tropic
Army Men.
Thunder. That could have been on my. Oh my, that should have been on my.
That probably would have been on my top 5, but I didn't think of it until honorable mentions.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah. But dude, White Chicks is so nostalgic. It's an idea that probably wouldn't work today, but God, is it like that's my humor. That is so funny.
They even admitted that it wouldn't work today.
It wouldn't work today.
Marlon Wayans in them. They're like, yeah, nope.
Yeah, not only are they playing women, they're playing the other race. You know what I mean? Like there's so many things. But that's my humor. I think it's hilarious. Terry Crews in it's hilarious, and I love that there's like an action sense to it still. You get the men effect where they're like changing with the women. And he's like, oh my god. He don't know what to do. He's like, oh shit. Yeah, man. I love that movie. And Terry Crews with his giant ass tongue, dude. That was like, to me, I think Terry Crews' like breakout role.
Yeah.
He was just the big man, giant tongue. He was like, at the end when he tells him, he's like, I'm a dude the whole time. And he was like, oh shit. Well, you were pretty dude.
Yeah. Bro did not care, dude.
Bro did not hold back.
Yo, that's absolute gold. I mean, yeah, no, dude. Anytime you hear like the, do you think Terry Crews, baby? You know what I mean? It's just a.
Yeah. Yo, I love that movie.
So good. It's great, bro. And that's what and the streams that like, dude, that song became big mainly because of that film. You can't tell me.
Oh yeah.
Like that's what launched it up. Yeah, love me some Terry Crews,
that
man.
Scene, bro.
It's alone. And when they're riding the car and they're singing to the song, bro. All the girls remember.
The diarrhea.
No, they're all, and then like they say the N-word and they're like, "Oh my god, what did you just say?" Yeah, and they're like, "We're just rapping it." It's just a rap song, and they all start singing it, dude.
Yo, it's too good.
It's hilarious, bro. Oh my god!
Again,
I mean, the pooping scene.
That's
is
what I was
gold.
saying. Diarrhea,
yeah.
He shouldn't have eaten it. He had some friggin' lactose.
Terry Crews, when the girl from the a couple nights ago rolls up in the wheelchair. it's terrible, dude. It's so bad, but it is such a good film.
Yeah. A bitch fit. What's about to happen? She's about to have a bitch fit.
And you know what's great is they actually become friends throughout the film. They become part of the squad, which is just so great. I'm so glad you brought up White Chicks, dude. One of my favorite movies of all time. That would be my top 5. I would probably switch that out with National Security.
Yeah, I love that movie so
much. A good film. Such a funny, terrible film. Another honorable mention, speaking of that, is Little Man. I know, Brayden, we're talking about that. Is where Marlon Wayans gets put on like a little baby face. It is hilarious, dude. Hilarious. A lot like Ted, kind of, but it's a little kid.
Oh, wow.
It's really funny. But like some serious humor. Like they
serious
humor. They don't hold back. They do not hold back. You think Ted's bad. Oh, yeah. Little Man.
What is it called? Little Man?
Little Man. You would love it, dude. Yeah, my number 2, man. The movie that is one of the these two movies are just they're the most rewatchable movies of all time for me. Maybe that's why they're my top 2 comedies.
Got you.
It's movies that next two movies are films that you can watch over and over and still find new jokes each time.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber is number 2.
Oh wow, yeah.
Love Dumb and Dumber.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I really haven't seen it like that. like
Yeah.
to the point where I could have reviewed it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why, like, same thing with the other guys. Like, I have movies like White Chicks that I know so well. That's like to even put Dumb and Dumber. I know it's a phenomenal. It's probably one of the best comedies. I just don't
Just
know
need
it
to
like
rewatch
that
it
enough.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's so many things, man, like right from the get-go, bro. I mean, when he's sitting in the car and then he's talking to the girl in the limo when he climbs all the way to the back and he's like, "Oh, that's a beautiful accent. Where you from?" And she goes, "Austria." And he goes, "Oh, Austria. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie." And it's like he thought he was Australia, dude. Yo, it's like
mine's he's like, "You want to hear the most annoying sound ever?"
oh, bro.
Dude, it like
Oh,
made
dude.
one guy laugh, bro. I
Yeah,
think it's
yeah.
so freaking funny.
And there's so many. He's like, "Oh, what are you saving your money up for?" "I got worms." It's a worm farm. Yo, there's so many, dude. I
Jim
mean,
Carrey,
another
bro.
diarrhea scene that I think is even uh better than White Chicks in my opinion.
Yeah, I can't.
It's so he poops. Jim Carrey's character, Lloyd Christmas, gets mad
I thought
at.
it was him.
No, it's
It's the other dude.
uh
I
Harry.
can't think
I
of his
forgot his
name
real
either.
name, but it's Harry. He's a great
Harry.
actor, by the way. Yeah, Harry, dude. He gives Harry the what do you call it? The things that make you poop.
Laxative.
Laxative, dude. He dumps it. He goes poop, and he goes poop, and dumps the whole thing in his drink. And bro's sitting in there on a date in the toilet, and he just dude, he shits for like probably like 10 minutes straight, and then the toilet doesn't flush. And that's the big moment, dude. It is so funny, bro. You need to watch it again. It's like I remember when I flew out to visit Aspen, I was watching the movie right before I landed because it takes place in Aspen. It was like just so magical,
that's
bro.
so dope.
It was so dope, man. Such a good film. There's not one joke in that movie that like I still don't laugh out loud. Like every single joke in these next two films, I still laugh at these like to this day, and that's super rare for me, dude. I mean, there's always new jokes you're finding. It's so good. It holds a really special place in my heart.
When I was looking at comedy movies, that's one of those I saw and I was like, damn, I wish I had more time. Like I would love to watch that real quick because I know that would land higher up. That one scene of the annoying sound is so fucking funny to me.
That's like me with like Dodgeball or
oh yeah,
Dodgeball's good or even Superbad. Like I've seen Superbad a lot, but I feel like I just need to see a little bit more to really get a good feel of it.
Yeah.
So no, I totally understand what you're saying. I feel that. All right, Brayden, your number one. It's all building up to this, my boy.
This is probably like one of my favorite movies of all time. I love this movie. I love the cast. They're all freaking hilarious. And it's not even like this is not a movie with comedians. This is not like out there to be the funniest movie ever. It is just out of pure joy that I've gotten. I've always loved this movie. I would rank it as a comedy of all things, and that is Zombieland, dude. I freaking love Zombieland. Like when I sit here, White Chicks is probably funnier on textbook, but Zombieland to me, bro, snowballs, where are the goddamn fucking Twinkies, dude? Bill Murray getting shot in the chest.
You know what's crazy? I haven't seen Zombieland in years.
Oh, dude, you need to watch it.
Since I was in like second grade. The only thing I remember from Zombieland is when they're up on the ride and the zombies are climbing up.
They're shooting down.
Yeah, I remember that. It's because it traumatized
you know what's so crazy?
Me as a kid.
Zombieland, the girl in the beginning of the movie that hangs out with Jesse Eisenberg, she's that's Amber Heard.
We do not care.
We do not care. The one he gives Mountain Dew to. He kills her. He kills Amber Heard.
Oh shit.
Yep, it's Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Emma Stone. Who plays Wichita? I can't remember.
Emma
Even
Stone,
the second
bro.
one.
Oh my god.
The second one was pretty good. Definitely like story wise, I think the first one was better. But laughs and funny moments, like
I didn't see Double Tap.
Dude, and that was a big thing in the film. Like, so he has rules, right? And I'll only speak on this one because I like this movie so much. He has like a guidebook, like his very number one rule is double tap. Like you're both supposed to double tap. You know what I mean? Then there's one like Stay Limber. You're always supposed to stretch before you go into a building or something. Like he's terrified of clowns. He's trying to take a shit at the beginning, and he sees a clown and he's just envisioning it, and he gets chased at the gas station. It's super funny, but the Twinkies thing, like Woody Harrelson's character wants a Twinkie. That's all he wants since the apocalypse has started, and he finds a whole.
I remember that. Yeah,
the truck, and he just gets snowballs and shit. And he was like, "Where's the
Yeah.
goddamn Twinkie?"
Yeah, I remember that now.
And then the Bill Murray scene is just, bro. Jesse, Bill's like, I'm gonna go scare him. Everyone knows he's not a zombie, and he's like, I'm gonna go scare him. I'm gonna go scare him. He walks up, he's like, he goes, oh, and he's just sitting there. He's like, is that how you always say hello to everybody?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's just like,
no, I remember that.
It's a flesh wound.
Yeah. Oh, bro. Oh my God. I know it'd be so weird watching it again because I'd see little parts that I remember.
Last thing I'll say about it, because I know you'll love this. In the second one, they end up in Elvis's house.
No way. They end up in Graceland.
They go to Woody Harrelson wants to go to Graceland and like bunker down there, and it's like everything's perfectly intact. He ends up taking one of Elvis's costumes and wearing it. And like fighting zombies and shit. It's like, dude,
that's so random.
Yeah, man. So awesome though.
That's great. I need to watch it. I need to get to it.
But Zombieland at 1, baby.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm gonna get to Zombieland for sure. I'll get to Zombieland and you get to Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy, Little Man.
Yeah, you like Little Man more. Tommy Boy is just a fun Chris Farley movie. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you're a Chris Farley fan, for sure. Number 1 for me, you know this. Everybody knows this on the podcast.
We know it, baby.
Grown Ups, man. I mean, just the most rewatchable. I've literally seen this movie. I'm not even joking when I say this over 100 times. I mean,
it's a fair shot, bro.
Like I mean, just I know every line in this movie. I know most jokes in this movie. Because I almost find like little jokes every single time, little tiny things and lines that are so funny, whether it's foreshadowing or something stupid. Yeah, makes me die laughing every time I see it. It makes you want to go on a trip with the boys. Really does.
It does. No, yeah, we always want to do the leg trip.
Makes me want to get some KFC bucket put on my head and dance to pina colada. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Like,
oh my God, you're so right, dude. I love that movie so much.
It's so good. Just the whole trip, bro, to the water park. Wiley. Every time I see our boy Wiley, that's all I think of, dude.
Yeah,
Wiley. The freaking Hey, Wiley, can you help me get something off the top shelf? Hey, was the points good? Like it's so good, dude. I mean, just Grown Ups 1, Grown Ups 2. It's not the best.
I want to get wasted.
I want to get chocolate wasted. Yeah, it is just absolute gold, man. Or we got Toby Bryan over here.
Toby Bryan.
Edie and me with a papella on your head.
Yeah.
What's the turkey doing in our front yard? I mean, dude, there's so many funny jokes.
And dude,
you
know what's
movie,
crazy?
Dude.
Like Grown Ups 2 isn't nearly as good as Grown Ups 1, but the humor I feel like stayed consistent. Like that's the one thing in that movie that I still really loved.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And Shaq is a great addition.
Shaq.
The sexy Stone Cold.
Taylor Lautner. I even thought it was pretty dope too, having them come over.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why people shit on that movie so much.
Yeah. Well, because it's a stupid comedy.
And the first one is just so goddamn.
The first one's a good comedy in general. The second one's a good stupid comedy.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can't enjoy stupid comedies. They go, oh well, see, actually the writing's not good. The comedy's not consistent.
This is not right. This is not okay.
Just enjoy the movie for what it is. You know.
Yeah.
And you can do that with that film. They weren't trying to make a great movie. They just weren't.
Yeah.
Give us a Grown Ups 3. I'll be happy.
I
or RIP to Cameron Boyce.
Yeah.
That's probably why they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
I think by the way, today was his birthday. Yesterday was his birthday. So happy birthday to him. Yeah. But no, great film, dude. When they're doing the skipping the rocks and it hits him in the stomach, that's just gold as well, dude.
When he crushes the bird. I really thought it was a branch that was snapping. I didn't know.
I heard a crunch like noise, but that could have been anything. Yeah, it's so good, dude. It's when Rob Schneider's character, the toupee is great, obviously. And the waterbed stuff. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep going, but I got one more thing I'm trying to get to. When they throw Coach's ashes and he goes and gets the chicken out of the KFC bucket, and then Adam Sandler's character is dude, Coach's hands. You just we can't have the bucket anymore. And then Kevin James is like, This is gross, but I'm still eating it, dude. I paid for this. I'm eating it. It goes in. It starts going down on the ashes all over them. Yeah. It's so funny, dude. It's great. It's such a good film. I love it to death. It's our generation's like Gone with the Wind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, for sure.
But no, man. Yeah. Well, when you say that, man. Yeah, that's gonna be it though for our top 5 comedy movies of all time. Like I said, there's so many others. You just take all our honorable mentions, throw them in. That's pretty much our favorites.
So. Yeah, man, and you guys give us your top 5, top 10. We want to hear what you got. There's tons of movies that we forgot, tons of movies we just couldn't include. Like it's hard, 5 movies out of the millions that have come out. So